Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what may be my toughest general knowledge challenge yet. So this is a quiz created by Morpheor, who is a dedicated fan and community member, and just a legend as well. And it's called the Horrific 100. So it's 100 general knowledge questions from 10 different categories that are intended to be extremely difficult. As many of you know, I've been doing some general knowledge quizzes on the channel recently, but some of you have said that a lot of those questions are a little bit too easy, and to be honest, I do see where you're coming from with that, so this should really put my general knowledge to the test. Some people have been playing this in my Discord server, and they've gotten scores ranging from like 15 or so to I think 64 was the highest that I saw. But the guy who got 64 is an extremely strong trivia player. So I'm going to try and get, I don't know, I think 50 maybe is a decent goal to set, but I haven't looked at the questions, so I don't actually know how hard they're going to be. I might just get like 20 or 30. They could just be absolutely nuts. But let's get started. I will leave a quiz in the description, of course, if you guys want to play it yourselves, and if you like this kind of quiz video and you want to see more of this, as always, let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing and liking. All the good stuff you normally do. Thank you very much in advance. So, who was the first emperor of a unified China? Should be Qin Shi Huangdi, just Qin Shi Huang of the Qin dynasty. What ancient law code is one of the oldest deciphered writings of significant length in the world? Probably the Code of Hammurabi. What country experienced the major restoration in the 19th century? That is not difficult. I don't know. Like, I feel like so far it's not that hard, but maybe I'm just better at history than other things. The 1994 Rwandan genocide was triggered by the assassination. I can't read today, apparently. Assassination of what national leader? Okay, I have no idea. Like, I'm aware of what the Rwandan genocide is, but I have no idea what the leader's name was, and I'm not going to come up with it. Which Byzantine emperor codified Roman law into the Corpus Juris Civilis? I don't know, Justinian maybe? No? Oh, okay, apparently it is Justinian. I had to just type the first, which I'm glad that I checked. What is the name of the United Nations Command military post located 400 meters south of the southern boundary of the Korean DMZ? I do not know. Once again, I think I will have heard the name because I've looked this up before, but there's no way I'm going to come up with it here. So, yeah, unlucky. But again, these are intended to be insane, so I'm going to miss a lot of these. What uprising in India began after soldiers were issued cartridges rumored to be greased with animal fat? Uprising in India, my first thought is like the Sepoy Mutiny. It's not the Sepoy Mutiny. Well, that's unfortunate, unless it wants like Sepoy Rebellion, but it does want that. Okay, I'm glad I checked that again. Again, I've heard both terms used before. So I guess the quiz might be a little bit strict in terms of what it accepts, so I should try alternate names for things if I know alternate names for things. Which Mughal emperor commissioned the Peacock Throne? I can name like 6 Mughal emperors, so hopefully it's one of them. Akbar, the Great, no. Aurangzeb, no. Babur, no. Shah Jahan, yes, okay. Who was the first woman ever elected head of government in modern history in 1960? Indira Gandhi? No. I don't, oh God, I don't have a mental timeline. I don't really know things. I mean, we've already had 2 India questions, so it's probably not India. Could it be, it's not Benazir Bhutto, right? She is surely later. Again, I hope it doesn't require me to type full names, but maybe I will just to be safe. 1960, woman head of government. It's not Margaret Thatcher. She's definitely later. Oh, gosh. Is this easy? Should I know this? This isn't coming to mind right now. I'm going to have to skip this and come back to it. Which 1955 conference in Indonesia marked the emergence of the non-aligned movement's precursor? The only conference in Indonesia I can name is the Bandung Conference, and it is the Bandung Conference. So 7 out of 10 so far on history. I think that's quite a solid start. That's on pace for 70, which I don't think I'm going to hold that pace because I'm not as good at other things as history, but like politics, for example, is not going to go well for me, but we'll see. The concept of the state of nature as a pre-political human condition is most famously associated with which philosopher's Leviathan? So Leviathan is by Thomas Hobbes. I can't do politics, but I can do some philosophy, so I wouldn't mind more of that. Which economist and philosopher authored The Road to Serfdom? This is F.A. Hayek. Or just, do you want Hayek? Friedrich Hayek, yeah, sure. Which African nationalist leader coined the concept of Ujamaa as part of his vision of African socialism? I've heard of this before. Uh, by the way, Ujamaa, like, that is the most Estonian looking word I've ever seen. Like, Ujamaa, like, that just sounds like an Estonian island. Anyway, which guy is it? Is it Kenyatta? No. Nkrumah? Oh boy. Nyerere? Okay, it's Nyerere, good. Which U.S. Supreme Court case established judicial review in 1803? Okay, this is where my true weaknesses lie. And I might get a lot of Americans in the comments like, how do you not know this? I just don't know U.S. history well at all, especially Supreme Court cases. So I could guess some cases. I mean, let's see. I mean, it's Dred Scott, but that's like a slavery thing, so I'm pretty sure it's, well, it's clearly not that. I don't think it's Plessy v. Ferguson. It's not, gosh, I mean, there's Brown v. Board, it's not that. It's obviously not Roe v. Wade. I really cannot name very many, to be honest. It's not Miranda v. Arizona, that's not 1803. I'm gonna have to skip here. What is the formal decision-making body of the EU's executive branch? It's like the ICJ or the ICC? No. Oh, executive. I guess that's judicial. European Commission? That's a thing, right? It is the right thing. Nice. Antonio Gramsci used what term for the cultural dominance by which ruling classes maintain power? Is this what hegemony is? Yes, let's go. What is the Polish name for the trade union movement that emerged in Gdańsk in 1980? Seriously? The Polish name? It's Solidarity. Why would you make me give the Polish... It's called Solidarity. Like, I don't know the Polish name. Solidarność. Like, seriously, man? Okay, I'm going to give myself half a point for that, because that's kind of silly, I think, to ask for the Polish name. I guess it's... I mean, the questions are supposed to be unreasonably hard, so there you go. I shouldn't be too surprised. Edmund Burke's Reflections on the Revolution in France founded which modern ideological tradition? Gosh, that's vague. Jesus. Modern ideological tradition. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, genuinely, I don't know what that means. The basic structure doctrine limiting constitutional amendments originated in the jurisprudence of which country? Again, sounds like the most, like, generic question I've ever heard. The basic structure doctrine. This could be anything. It's not the US, right? Canada, UK, Russia, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, South Africa, India. India, yay, cool. Just guess countries. The Taiping Rebellion was led by a man who claimed to be the brother of whom? It's Hong Shu Quan is the guy. Is it Jesus? Is that what he claimed? Yeah, okay, good. I did remember that correctly. Nice. Okay. I mean, 7 out of 10 on politics is way better than I expected. 7.5, because this one is annoying. This one, I just don't know what it's going for, and I don't really feel like spending the time to try and guess it, so I'm just going to leave it. And then this one again. This is a skill issue, I know, but yeah, I apologize. I don't know it. Geography and exploration. Hopefully I can do well with this. What African lake other than Lake Tanganyika lies within the boundaries of 4 different countries? 4 different countries, you say? It's not Malawi, is it? No. Victoria is 3, I think. Is it Chad? Oh, it is Lake Chad. Nice. What narrow body of water separates the Arabian Peninsula from the Horn of Africa, thus connecting the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden? This is called the Bab al-Mandeb? Bab al-Mandeb? Oh, no. Mandab? Oh, God. What is the spelling of this? The thing is, like, it's spelled differently all the time because of, like, Arabic transliterations. Bab el-Mandeb? Bab el-Mandeb. Okay, good. I wasn't sure what it wanted, but thankfully we happened upon the correct spelling. Which explorer led the first circumnavigation of the globe after Magellan's death? Are we talking about Drake? Or are we talking about the guy who took over the Magellan expedition after he died? That's probably who we're talking about. What's his name? The Basque guy. God, what is his name? Magellan Elcano? Is that his name? Yes, come on, let's go. What is the world's largest inland delta found in Botswana? This is the Okavango Delta in the northwest. What is the smallest independent state on the African mainland? Not sure. Gambia, maybe? It is the Gambia. Good. Which mountain range forms the natural boundary between Iran and Iraq? So Iran has the Alborz and the Zagros. I mean, the Alborz are in the north, like where Tehran is. So I think the Zagros kind of are closer to Iraq. So it's probably that. Good. If it wasn't that, I wasn't going to know it. So what is the third tallest mountain in the world after Everest and K2? That would be Kanchenjunga. What is the largest tributary river in the world by water discharge? So one of the Amazon ones? Rio Negro? Madeira? Madeira, very good. Which country uses the currency called the Nakfa? Dang it, dude. It was going so well, and then I got the currency question. I need to just learn these, but I don't know them. Like, I just don't know world currencies, because it never comes up in GeoGuessr or, like, anything adjacent. So I have no idea what the Nakfa is, and maybe I'll come back and start spamming stuff later, but for now I'm just going to skip that. In what province, part of a country whose name means land of many waters, are the Kayatur Falls located? What? That's a crazy one. I think I can get this, but that's stupidly difficult. So Kayatur Falls is in Guyana. I wrote about Kayatur Falls for one of my daily subdivisions in Discord, which, again, by the way, if you're not in my Discord server, join in the description. Kayatur Falls, which one was it? I would like to get this right first time. I know all the regions of Guyana. It does say province, which is scary. Like, are you talking about some other kind of subdivision? I hope not. But, gosh, which province, which region were they actually in? Kayatur Falls. I think it was one of the more, like, western ones. It was like, which one? Is it Kuyuni Mazaruni or Potaro Siparuni? It's one of them, I think. God, I don't know. I mean, I should just be guessing things, but I kind of want to get it right first try because it feels better than just like cheesing it by typing every region. Let's try Potaro Siparuni. Yes, let's go. Okay, by the way, that is unbelievably difficult. Like that is extremely obscure. Not only do you have to know where Kayatur Falls is, but you have to know the regions of Guyana, which is crazy. But 9 out of 10 for now. I could come back to the currency one. Maybe I will, but I'm going to go to arts and lit for now. Another topic where I feel pretty confident, so we'll see. What Renaissance artist The Tempest has baffled interpreters for centuries with its stormy landscape and ambiguous human figures? Oh dear. Renaissance? Oh boy. I mean, is it just like, it's not like Da Vinci or Raphael or something. I could just guess all the like famous guys, but oh boy. I don't know what this painting is, to be honest. I'm gonna skip this, I really don't know. Which writer imagined a universe structured as an endless archive of hexagonal rooms, each containing every possible permutation of text? Should be Borges, the Library of Babel. It's a famous Borges thing. What modernist canvas, born from a European civil war, transforms the image of a town's destruction into a monochrome scream? Are we talking about Guernica? Is that what's going on? Yeah, Spanish Civil War, Guernica, monochrome. Makes sense. What artist is known for drip painting techniques using enamel paint? I hope it's Jackson Pollock. Which Shakespeare play, one of his least performed, blends Roman politics, British legend, and themes of mistaken identity and reconciliation? Coriolanus? Uh-oh. Antony and Cleopatra? No. Uh-oh. I don't think it's Julius Caesar. Is it like Troilus and Cressida? Oh, God. It's not Pericles, I don't think. Dude. God, what are other Shakespeare plays that are obscure? It's not like all's well that ends well. Like, now I'm just guessing ones that are like, I don't know if it's about Rome, but it's like, I just don't know what it's about at all. Um, is it Cymbeline ever? Could be Cymbeline. Yes, come on, let's go. Guess Shakespeare plays until something works. Which French novelist's unfinished work from 1913 is structured around involuntary memory and social decay? Um, Makes me think of Proust, but it is Proust. Interesting. Is that In Search of Lost Time, or is that another work? Is that really unfinished? Maybe it is unfinished. I actually don't know. What Italian architect designed the dome of Florence's cathedral, considered the first great engineering achievement of the Renaissance? Florence Cathedral was designed by Brunelleschi. Filippo Brunelleschi, I think his name is. Good. Which Indian epic poem, traditionally attributed to Valmiki, tells the story of a prince's exile and his quest to rescue Sita? I hope it's one of the two main ones, either Mahabharata or Ramayana. I want to say Ramayana because like a prince, because like Rama's a prince, I think. Good. Which Egyptian novelist became the first Arabic language writer to win the Nobel Prize in Literature? By far the most famous Egyptian novelist is Naguib Mahfouz, so probably him. And then what modern Japanese author wrote the wind-up Bird Chronicle and Kafka on the Shore, known for surreal blending of the everyday and the fantastic? This is, of course, Haruki Murakami. And that is a solid 9 out of 10. I do not know who the first one is here, but I think, again, I'm doing very well so far. I think that at least the categories have been pretty friendly. Like, we already got arts and lit, geography, politics. Okay, politics is bad, but the other three are normally good for me. So I'm a little scared in terms of what's coming, but, well, let's find out together, shall we? Classical music and performing arts. Oh, boy. What 20th century composer employed a 12-tone tone row technique first codified in his suites for piano, Opus 25? I have totally heard of the tone row thing, and I don't think I'm going to pull who did it, because all the classical music stuff just kind of sounds the same to me, and it just blends into one, and I can't remember who did what, because I don't listen to classical music or have much of an interest in it. So, yeah, this is certainly a guy, but I don't know which guy. Which French composer's mode de valeur et d'intensité is regarded as a precursor to total serialism? Good lord. Again, I could guess French guys. Ravel, Debussy. What are some other French guys? Jesus, I mean, Chopin is Polish. Dude, my mind is not even working. Gounod? Poulenc? Messiaen? Yes, let's go. We got one. What form of Javanese court music features metallophones, gongs, and drums tuned in slendro or pelog scales? I mean, Javanese music, I say gamelan, and if it's not gamelan, I don't get it right, but it is gamelan. Very nice. In Indian classical music, what term describes a melodic framework similar to a mode governing improvisation and composition? Wow. I have no idea, like, at all. I'm not even going to bother. Which 20th century American choreographer developed the chance method of composition in dance, paralleling John Cage's music? Balanchine, is that a choreographer? 20th century. Again, I don't really have much of a timeline. Martha Graham? Nope. Okay. Alvin Ailey? Nope. Oh, boy. Nope, I don't think I'm getting this either. In flamenco, what is the term for the rhythmic hand-clapping accompaniment? What? There's no way. No, again, I'm just never going to know. What is the name of the third of the three tenors who isn't Luciano Pavarotti or Jose Carreras? His name is Plácido Domingo. What? Domingo? Sorry? What? Hello? What? That is... I swear that is his name. Domingos. Huh? Plácido Domingo. Like, that's his name. What? How is that wrong? I don't understand. Like, he is definitely the third tenor. Okay, well, I'm just gonna move on, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Which composer's Sinfonia, 1968, for 8 voices and orchestra, quotes Claude Lévi-Strauss, Gustav Mahler, and Samuel Beckett, among others. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I've never heard of Sinfonia, so yeah. What is the name of the South African Zulu choral tradition in which male choirs sing homophonically in rhythmic unison? I don't know. Mambazo. There's a band called Ladysmith Black Mambazo that's from South Africa, so I was like, I'll maybe guess that, but it's not Ladysmith because that's a city. And then I do not have another guess. Which Korean music narrative theater form requires 2 performers, the singer and the drummer? Korean? Wow, I can name a couple Japanese theater forms. I cannot name a Korean theater form, so that's not happening. Okay, I feel like I deserve 3 because I genuinely don't know what I'm doing wrong for this question here, but the rest of this is insanely hard, as advertised once again, and I'm not very good at classical music, so there you go. 2 out of 10 on that category, unlucky. Science and technology, hopefully this is a little better. The first transistor ever built at Bell Labs in 1947 used what semiconducting material before silicon became standard? By the way, am I recording? Late to be checking that, but yes, I am. We're good. However, I do not know a semiconducting material that isn't silicon. Is it phosphorus or something? No, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like doping. I don't know if that's the right track. I think phosphorus is a thing, like P doping or whatever. Isn't that a thing? What's the other one? So there's 2 types of doping, but I can't even remember what the other one is. I don't think this is even right. I'm just going to move on. What 19th century mathematician wrote the first algorithm intended for machine execution, predating any physical computer? Babbage? Just like the analytical engine? It's not. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Is it Lovelace? Oh, it is. Okay, nice. What material, discovered accidentally in 1938 by Roy Plunkett, is known for its extreme chemical inertness and low friction? Roy Plunkett. I don't recognize the name. Chemical inertness. It's not just going to be like an element, right? I mean, it's not going to be like a noble gas. Like, not like krypton or something. Radon. No. That doesn't make sense. What is it? I don't know. It's not coming to me right now. I'm going to skip. What arguably dead principle describes the empirical trend of doubling transistor counts roughly every 2 years? This is called Moore's Law. What is the term for the smallest addressable unit of data storage on a magnetic hard disk? Bit? Byte? Nibble? Isn't that a thing? Oh, dang it. Or could it be like a bit with like a micro bit or something? Or a peta? No, that's peta is big. What's small? Micro, nano bit? Zepto bit? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. What is the name? Oh, it could be byte as well. Whatever. It's not going to be right. What is the name of a spherical molecule consisting of 60 carbon atoms? Like, is this what Buckminster fullerene is? Good. Okay, yeah. That's just, I don't know, C60 is just Buckminster fullerene. What mammalian hormone, produced mainly in adipose tissue, regulates energy balance by inhibiting hunger? Inhibiting hunger. I should probably know this, but I'm really bad at biology. So I don't. Serotonin. That's just not at all what's going on. Cortisol. I mean, I can guess hormones, but they're not going to be the right ones. Adrenaline. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this. Or is it HGH ever? No. Okay. What geologic boundary marks the transition between the Earth's crust and mantle? I was doing trivia yesterday and this came up. It's called the Moho-Robichich, or Moho discontinuity. I guess you just want Moho discontinuity. Good. Yeah, or Moho-Robichich. What property of superconductors is characterized by the complete expulsion of magnetic fields? Superconductivity? Superfluidity ever? No. Expulsion of magnetic neutrality. I don't know what this is called, unfortunately. In orbital mechanics, the general term for the point in an orbiting satellite's trajectory closest to the central body is called what? General term? I'm just gonna like peri something, right? Like perihelion, but it's perigee, periloon. I mean, these are the terms for like closest to the sun is perihelion, closest to the earth is perigee, but the like general term, I'm not sure. Peri points. Like I don't know, unfortunately, what it wants. So I feel like I'm close, but I'm not gonna get it. 4 out of 10 on science, not great. I feel like I should maybe do better at science, but again, these are very, very tough questions. So I will move on to sports and games. Who was the first athlete to win gold in both the Summer and Winter Olympics? It's like Shaun White? No. Did he win a medal at the Summer Olympics for like skateboarding? Do they have skateboarding in the summer, or is that just X Games? Jesus, I don't even know. This is definitely a known thing, but I'm really bad at Olympics because I don't watch the Olympics, so I don't know. Which country hosted the first FIFA Women's World Cup in 1991? Again, I don't know. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, USA, Brazil, UK, France, Russia, Norway, Sweden, Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece, Turkey, well, Mexico, Argentina, dang it, man, Germany, Poland, Jesus, Ireland. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, it feels like I should be able to guess it because there's not that many things that it could be. Japan, South Korea, China? It's China, wow. Who is the only tennis player to have won each Grand Slam title at least twice in both singles and doubles? What? Doubles? Who even plays doubles? Oh, God. Is this going to be like an old player? And it doesn't even specify gender. This could be a man or a woman. I honestly have no idea. Wow. I mean, I could guess people, but it would take me forever, so I'm going to skip for now. Name one of the only 2 legal opening moves in chess that allows a player's opponent to checkmate on their second move. So like F3, G4, or F4, G4. So F3 or F4 should be the answer. Yep. Good old fool's mate. In baseball, what statistical measure is calculated as total bases divided by at-bats? Slugging? That's not easy. Like, that's actually, like, honestly, fair play to... These are well-written questions. Aside from, like, Placido Domingo not being accepted for some reason, these are well-written questions, and they're honestly difficult. Like, I expect a European writing a quiz about baseball to just write a really easy question, but, like, that genuinely requires knowledge of baseball. In sumo wrestling, what title is given to the sport's highest rank, held only by a few wrestlers at any time? I have no idea. What NFL franchise was the first to win 5 Super Bowls? Ever the 49ers? Yep, and they still have 5. Tough. What is the penalty signal in handball for egregious unsportsmanlike conduct involving disqualification and a written report? I have no idea. And given it's supposed to be hard, it's not going to be some really obvious gesture, so I'm going to skip. Who was the first player in NBA history to record a quadruple double officially recognized by the league? So this is somebody getting blocks or steals as well as the other 3. I mean, the first guess is Westbrook because he's good at getting triple doubles, but it's probably someone really tall who got like 10 blocks, like Embiid or something, or Jokic or Doncic. I don't know. James. This could be anyone. Like, I'm sure this is a knowable thing. Like Dwight Howard, Al Horford. I don't know. I don't know basketball well enough to convert that question. What team sport was only held in the Summer Olympics from 1900 to 1920? Again, this is just really obscure Olympics knowledge that I do not have. With more time, I could just brute force it, but I don't think that's fun anyway, so I'm just going to skip it because I do not know the answer. The phrase "God is dead" first appeared in which of Nietzsche's works? I hope it's Also sprach Zarathustra. Uh-oh. Do you want the English title? Thus spoke. Wow, it's a Nietzsche work that is not that. That is unfortunate, because I cannot name another one. What 20th century philosopher coined the phrase "existence precedes essence"? I've heard this, but this is one of those things that's just like, it's in my head somewhere probably, but I'm not going to come up with who actually said that. So I'm not going to try. In the Hebrew Bible, which book begins with the line, "Vanity of vanities, all is vanity"? Again, like I could guess random Bible books, but this would take so long. Job. Uh, uh, Lamentations. Judges. Amos. Samuel. Revelation. Psalms. Corinthians. I don't know, man. Like, there's too many Bible books. I can't be bothered. In Islamic jurisprudence, what term refers to analogical reasoning used to derive legal rulings? Holy crap. It's not Sharia, is it? No. I should know more Islamic law terms, but I don't. So, like, I'm not getting this. What Stoic concept refers to the rational order permeating the universe? The rational order permeating the universe. Status quo. Oh my god. I don't know. In Aristotle's Metaphysics, what term denotes the study of being qua being? Again, like I've heard of being qua being, but like I don't. The thing is, I don't know anything substantial about this philosophy stuff. I just learned surface level things, like what is a work that Nietzsche did, without knowing anything about what's in it, other than, God is dead. Um, so I'm getting exposed here for not actually knowing philosophy. In Popper's philosophy of science, what criterion distinguishes scientific theories from non-scientific ones? Holy moly. I don't know. Hypothesis. Scientific method. What criterion? I don't know. Again, yeah. Aquinas' 5 ways are arguments for what? Existence of God, maybe? Good. Okay, that works. What is the central prayer and declaration of Jewish faith beginning, "Hear, O Israel"? I don't know. Kaddish, is that a thing? Maybe, but it's not the thing, so I don't know it. The Four Noble Truths of Buddhism culminate in what practical teaching? So it's like all life is suffering. Suffering is caused by desire. To stop suffering, stop desire. To stop desire, follow the Eightfold Path. Yay, good. Okay, 2 out of 10, which is not very good. It's the worst so far, along with classical music. But, I mean, yeah, philosophy and religion is definitely a weak point, so there you go. Pop culture. Oh no, this is not going to go well at all. I am awful at pop culture in comparison to other stuff. In what film did the character HAL 9000 first appear? Okay, that's not very hard, but I'll take it. The phrase "you're going to need a bigger boat." Okay, apparently these questions are easier because, like, those are not very difficult pop culture questions. But again, if you give me real difficult pop culture, I won't get it. So, the stage musical Hamilton was based on a biography by which historian? Is it Ron Chernow? He's just the biography guy. What 1994 Hong Kong crime drama, directed by Wong Kar-wai, features a melancholy cop and inspired later Western neo-noir romances? I do not know. This is definitely something that I should know, but I can't name a Wong Kar-wai film. Unless it's like Enter the Dragon or something. I don't think that's Wong Kar-wai. It's definitely Bruce Lee, but... yeah, that's a skill issue. Which 2013 indie game by Lucas Pope requires players to inspect passports in a fictional Eastern Bloc nation? What? No, not even going to try. No idea. The US version of The Office is set in which Pennsylvania city? Scranton. Have not seen it, but I know it's set in Scranton. Who created the Discworld comic fantasy series beginning with the color of magic? Discworld is written by Terry Pratchett. Okay, what filmmaker directed Pan's Labyrinth and later won Best Director for The Shape of Water? Guillermo del Toro. This feels, on the whole, a lot easier than the rest of the categories. Again, I'm not complaining, but I'm surprised to be doing this well with pop culture. Who wants a cracker in a Nirvana song? Polly? Okay, again, like that's... maybe he didn't know that that's like a famous phrase from just like pirates or whatever, like Polly want a cracker is like what a parrot says. It's just like, I guess that's just like a thing. Again, I don't know the song, but like wants a cracker, you just say Polly. The 1982 film Blade Runner was based on which Philip K. Dick novel? This is called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? That's not easy. That's just something I know. But 8 out of 10 on pop culture is that is a surprise to say the least. But 52 out of 100, so I've passed the 50 mark, and we have one category left. Hopefully I can get to at least 55, but we will see. The Mexican sauce mole poblano traditionally includes what 2 main ingredients? I mean, mole is a chocolate thing, so chocolate, and then poblano is a pepper, so probably. Why did you accept that? Okay. It said what to, and then it accepted one of them, but I was going to say peppers, so I'm taking credit for that. In Japanese etiquette, placing chopsticks upright in a bowl of rice is avoided because it resembles what? Bro. I just have 2 chopsticks upright, and my mind went to the Twin Towers, which is not good. Good lord. Surely it's not that, but I don't know what it would resemble in Japanese culture. Like 2 upright chopsticks. Like what would that? What is bad about 2 tall things? What could that represent? I don't know. Unfortunately. The Maasai people of East Africa traditionally mix cow's milk with what for ceremonial drinking? Yeah, I don't think that's happening. It's not going to be like water or goat's milk or something. Something else that you would drink. I mean, it could be anything, really. Like, there are a lot of things that you could drink. I'm not going to know this. What is the pinyin word for the Chinese festival, which marks the Lunar New Year with the giving of red envelopes? I don't know. Lunar New Year? Like that's what I know it as. Like I don't know the Chinese word. That's crazy. Never happening. In Islamic culture, the pre-dawn meal eaten before the daily fast during Ramadan is called what? I don't know. Again, Islamic stuff, I feel like there are a lot of terms from Islam that I should just know because they're useful for trivia and stuff, but I don't know them, so this is not happening. The staple dish injera is a sour flatbread made primarily from what cereal grain? Isn't it like teff flour? Yeah, good. The process of nixtamalization, crucial to Mesoamerican cuisine, chemically enhances what grain? Corn. Sure. I mean, that's what you guessed. It says Mesoamerica. It's like corn. Makes sense. In Andean Highland ritual, coca leaves are offered to which mountain spirits believed to guard communities? Jesus. Nope, no chance. The traditional Japanese tea ceremony derives from what Zen concept emphasizing transience and imperfect beauty? Again, this is like going to be some kind of foreign language thing that I absolutely do not know. And finally, which fictitious treaty about pufferfish inserted as a prank by the Green Party in Hessen, Germany in 1984 went unnoticed in official records for years? Really? I thought Potaro Siparuni was hard. What the heck is this? You gotta be kidding me. No, that's absolutely insane. I mean, I think Morpheor is German, so I feel like he had to just put in like an absolutely impossible Germany question at the end. It's like super niche. No chance of me getting that right. Which leaves me with 55. And honestly, I could go back and start guessing like random countries and random sports and stuff for the ones that I'm not sure about. But with 7 minutes left, that kind of feels like a futile exercise. And I feel like it would be a waste of everyone here's time. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the quiz there. I think 55 is a very, very solid score. A few of these things, I definitely feel like I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I should know this. But at the same time, this was designed to be insanely hard. So yeah, I think I did okay. If you guys tried the quiz yourselves, let me know what you got in the comments. And I will go ahead and give up. And hopefully we can do a little bit of review. If it shows get rates, it does show get rates. First of all, Habyarimana, never heard of him. Camp Boniface, never heard of it. Bandaranaike, I have heard of her, but I definitely was not going to get that. Is that Madagascar? That sounds Malagasy. The first woman ever elected head of government was in Madagascar. That is kind of a cool fact, but I never ever would have known it. Marbury v. Madison, as expected. Totally heard of that. Skill issue, but I just don't know these things. Solidarność, like, okay, buddy, like, fine. Like, I knew it was solidarity. Edinburgh's, whatever. Conservatism, again, if I actually knew details of political things, I probably would have been able to pull that. But that question felt way too vague for me to know what to do with it. Eritrea, yeah, like again, if I spent the last 7 minutes guessing every country, I would have gotten there. But it's like that just seems kind of silly. So it's fine. 9 out of 10 on Geo is pretty darn good. Anyway, let's see. What did we get? We got 7 on history, 7 on politics, 9 on geography, 9 on arts and lit. Giorgione, I have heard of him, but I don't think I would have guessed him. I would have guessed like 50 guys before him. So again, just not worth it. Classical music, I got 2. Yeah, that is so stupid. Really, man? Like, he is known to literally everyone as Placido Domingo. Like, yes, Spanish people have really long names, but like, why would you require his like second surname or whatever? That's super silly. I'm gonna I'm gonna have words about that one. Arnold Schoenberg, like, yeah, Tonro Schoenberg, I should know that, but I don't. But now I do, I guess. Raga, never heard of it. Merce Cunningham, never heard of him. Palmas, never heard of that in that context. Luciano Berio, never heard of him. Mbube, that one I have heard. I swear I've heard that as like an alternate title for like The Lion Sleeps Tonight or something, but again, I'm never going to guess that. And then Pansori, never heard of it. This is a really hard set of questions. Then again, they all are. But yeah, 2 out of 10 on classical music, tough. I got 4 on science. Germanium. I mean, that makes sense actually because it's a metalloid in the periodic table. I think it's right below silicon, so that actually makes a lot of sense, but didn't think to do that. Teflon. Okay, that's very gettable. I didn't realize, for some reason I didn't remember the name Roy Plunkett, and I didn't associate that with Teflon, but like that's super gettable. Sector, never heard of it. Leptin, never heard of it. Meissner-Ochsenfeld effect, very much now. Oh, it's just the Meissner effect. Okay. I've never heard of Ochsenfeld, but like the Meissner effect is a thing. I should know that. And then periapsis. Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, perihelion, perigee, periapsis. It's like I know what's going on. I just don't know this specific word. Unfortunate. First athlete to win gold medals in summer and winter, Eddie Egan. Maybe heard of him, but no way am I pulling that. Roy Emerson, again, never pulling that either. Yokozuna is the sumo thing. Don't know that. Blue card for handball. Don't know that. Nate Thurmond. I don't know who that is either. And then tug of war. That's like the only one that maybe is remotely gettable here, but it would have taken me forever to think of that. So 4 out of 10 on sports. Philosophy and religion, I got just 2. The gay science, to be fair, that is a thing. That is a thing. I should know that by name. I did know that was by Nietzsche, but it's just way too deep in the recesses of my brain to be able to pull that. Sartre, again, very gettable, but I just didn't know this specific thing about him. Ecclesiastes, sure, just guess a random Bible book. Chias, I don't think I've ever heard that. Logos, like ethos, pathos, logos, fair enough. I should know that. Being qua being is ontology. Again, just many skill issues in this category here. Falsifiability, sure, I guess. Scientific, I mean, I guess that makes sense. And then the Shema, I have never heard of that unless I have and promptly forgot it. Pop culture and entertainment, 8 out of 10 somehow. Chungking Express, yes, I've heard of that. Again, wasn't going to pull the name. And then Papers, Please is the name. Never heard of that one. And then finally, food and culture, 3 out of 10. Incense offerings is the bowl of rice thing. Wouldn't have got that. Cattle blood, that is insane. What? Wow, that is, oh my. Okay, I don't think I would partake if I was offered that. Chunjia, don't know Chinese, like that's not happening. Suhur, maybe knowable, but I don't know it. Apus are the mountain spirits, or Apus maybe. Wabi Sabi, it kind of sounds like wasabi, but not. And then the Shanghai Fugu Agreement is just ridiculous. Okay, answer stats. Of the ones I got correct, Meiji Restoration was the easiest. Makes sense. Like I said at the start of the quiz, that is not super hard. And then we just go down. Let's take a look at which ones were the toughest of the ones that I got. Elcano was 2%. That was actually harder than Potaro Siperuni. That's interesting. I mean, to be fair, this was sent to people in a geography server, so they're gonna like know regions of Guyana, but I think for a general audience, this is surely harder than this, but to be fair, Elcano is not easy either, so I'm glad I was able to pull his name. Cymbeline only 4. Tef was 6. Eightfold Path. Wow, interesting. Again, I thought of Eightfold Path as maybe a little more known, but perhaps not. But again, worth keeping in mind, sample size for these stats is pretty low. Okay, easiest that I missed was Papers, Please. That's fascinating because, again, I have never heard of that game. But again, I'm not very good with video games, so it makes sense. But yeah, I don't know what that is. Conservatism was gettable. Germanium was gettable. Yeah, like some of these are definitely doable. But that doesn't make them easy. 12% on Solidarity. Habiari Mana. I mean, this is... some of these are crazy, crazy tough. A lot of 2%ers and a lot of 0%ers. So, I mean, there's all these. You can pause and look at them if you want. Placido Domingo, again, that was just robbery. And then 5 have not been gotten yet. So, Eddie Egan, the Summer and Winter Gold medalist. Incense Offerings, Nate Thurmond, the basketball player. Kias, the Islamic analogical reasoning. And then the Sector of a magnetic hard disk. The 5 truly ungettable questions of the quiz. Or perhaps in the comments, if you did get it, let me know. If you got any of those, I should say. But that's going to do it for the quiz. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was ended up being a pretty long video, but honestly, very well written quiz. I obviously have a couple complaints about it, but for the most part, this was very, very fun. Pretty well balanced, I think, for the most part, and just good trivia. And I like playing good trivia. So thank you again to Morpheor for making this quiz. Thank you all for watching this video. I appreciate you if you made it this far. Let me know again if you want to see more things of this type. I would be happy to provide. But yeah, for now, I'm going to say goodbye. So yeah, thank you all for watching and see you later.